The Savannah Jackson Podcast.
The Muslims. We had a sister who just joined Islam by the name of Brittney Renner. Yeah, she been walking around. She had the hijab. I think that's what it called. And she been doing her thing. She stopped booty popping on Instagram. She stopped selling coonch on OnlyFans. She been riding a straight and narrow path. And, I'm thinking she was doing the right thing. And boom, God blessed her. And she got her husband. But now come to find out it wasn't a blessing. And they got a divorce in less than 30 days of marriage, which I think is a good thing. But we'll look at the video and we'll see how she explained it. Here we go.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing, right. Honestly, it's I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world.
Nah, we divorced. We ain't staying together no 90 days, all this foolishness. Nah, because that could mess up something legally. I may have to pay you some spousal support or something. No, we need to get this annulled quick as possible.
Based upon what state you're located in, Doug, you have to abide by those laws and those rules and regulations. We two married men ourselves, and I don't know what the state laws is in Florida. I know what the state laws is in North Carolina, but I had a partner in Tennessee that before they could finalize the divorce, he had to stay with the woman for over a year because it couldn't be finalized. It's just interesting to see what she has, got herself involved in, and to see Kevin Gates on some sucker shit, because you remember a couple of months ago or a couple of weeks ago how he was talking about LeBron James, fam. How he says Savannah don't look at him the way the white women look at him. I want him to be passionate about me. And you remember Brittney Renner when she was doing the Rolling Loud concerts and she was looking all googly eyed and shit at Kevin Gates, and he thought that was a way that the woman is so engulfed and she loves me and she's head over heels about me. A woman could use that same thing and finesse the living shit out of your retarded ass because you have a perception that she's head over heels for you because she's googly eyed about you. Gates a sucker, and he deserve everything that's happening to him. Talking about licking booties and all that old type of stuff. And Brittney Renner, I can't say enough about her, man. Go ahead and cook, Doug. I'm fatigued after that tape.
I'm finna throw something on the table, Trevor. I'm throwing it on the table. They was practicing Islam, right? Did Kevin Gates test the coochie and saw it was loosey-goosey and said, nah, boss, I'm not finna settle for the loosey-goosey. We gonna have to get up out of here. Did he hit the loosey-goosey?
I'm gonna tell you something, fam. I think vaginas heal themselves.
Well, maybe he wasn't up to par. See Kevin Gates, he done had bussy, allegedly. I have no knowledge. You know what I mean? He done had bussy, he done had a whole bunch of different women probably. He probably wasn't satisfied with what he was getting from her. He was like, yo, the juice wasn't worth the squeeze.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm finna keep it pushing.
Yeah. But he wasn't the one that initiated it, was it? Wasn't it her that initiated the divorce?
No, he initiated divorce.
That's interesting because women initiate divorces 80%, and I don't even want to consider them in the black community. Am I wrong for that?
From the way she moving, she was ready to cooperate with anything Kevin Gates had popping. I feel like Kevin Gates probably was like, nah, this ain't it.
Yeah.
Comments coming in. If you want to get to the comments, you got a ton coming in.
Let's start with hold on, let me see who we need to start with. Let's start with Blaze. I can't click them though, fam.
Okay, go ahead, I'll get him.
Let's start with Blaze PFP TV. A marriage is the best way to live. 100. What's your thoughts about that comment?
Off top, that's the best way to live. A healthy marriage is the best way to live. Not just being married, but being healthily married. I don't know if I said that right. I'm sorry, but being healthy and married, that's the best way to live, of course.
I want to give some game, and I want to know what you think about this before we read some more comments. A lot of people say in relationships, communication is the key to a healthy and a long-lasting relationship, right? You can talk all you want to. She can talk all she want to. If you can't comprehend what's being communicated, then communication is valueless. What's your thoughts about that, family?
I feel like over time, as y'all stay married, y'all understand each other more without so much of the talking. I feel like at a certain point, communication need to be getting nonverbal. You know what I mean? So when you nonverbal communicating with your woman or you communicating with your spouse, okay, she's feeling this way. Even me, if something going on with your wife, what you gonna keep saying? Was you good, babe? You okay? You all right? Yeah. You ain't gonna do it based off what she's saying. You're gonna just do it based off how she moving.
The Savannah Jackson Podcast.